I am so sorry that I am plunging you guys into a dinosaur era with me. I just have to get this out of my system. So of course I had to play some sort of dinosaur themed game tonight. I decided not to do Dinosaur Fossil Hunter because I played that last week, I think. Was that last week? I'm trying to remember. I think it was. I tried updating Arc before stream. It looked like it would update just in time. And then I guess there was another round of whatever else it had to download that said, hey, this is gonna take half an hour. I'm not waiting that long. I'm starting a game. If I have to go with the Isle, I'll go with the Isle, okay? I'm not saying that in a negative way. The Isle is actually good. But I was really hoping to play something on stream tonight that I've never played on stream before. And I was looking forward to possibly playing Ark. I want to figure out how to actually play Ark. I've played it once with Amber, but we were playing co-op, multiplayer, so, let's just say she was my crutch. Amber was definitely my crutch in Ark, and I kind of want to figure out how to play it on my own. With, I guess, the aid off to my side being my chat, if any of them know any knowledge about the game. I'm sure Amber would probably be like, you do this. Bless you. Yippee! Anyway, the Isle. Yes, I'm bringing out my VTube model tonight because it's a little unneeded to really have a webcam with the Isle, in my opinion. Because a lot of the time, the game is usually very calm if you're not automatically in the presence of a bigger predator. I'm sure that's how it is in real life as well. You're taking a walk in, like, think about it in modern terms. You're taking a walk in the woods. Everything is absolutely calm, everything normal, and then bear. There is a bear. There is a bear. There is a bear down the path. There is a bear down the path. Go. Get out of there. That is exactly the survival instinct you will have in this game. But in this case, you'll probably see like 3 T-Rexes come out of the woods. Funny enough, I was recently playing this game, and I was in the middle of hunting an AI prey. It was one of the Avas. If you don't know what the Ava is, I would say it's probably along the family tree of sort of Triceratops-ish, minus the horns. So, I was hunting down this AI, Ava. Out of the corner of my eye, what do I see? This giant-ass fucking T-Rex crouching and preying on the same goddamn AI. I got out of there. I bolted. I realized there were 2 other T-Rexes with that one T-Rex. There were 3 total. At least 3. I was playing as a Ceratosaurus, so let's just say I think I had just grown to adult as well, so I was a very small young adult. Ceratosaur. And I look over and I'm like, oh shit. Something's huge, like right there. That formation, I recognize that formation. That's a T-Rex. Fucking bolt it. I ran straight down that hill. Into the trees. I wasn't taking it any... No. I've had giant T-Rexes like that follow me relentlessly in the game before. You're lucky if you just go down that hill, don't run out of stam. And if you do run out of stam down that hill, you better hope that T-Rex is not still coming towards you. Because that T-Rex is bigger, it can take bigger steps, meaning it can still catch up with you. If you run out of stam and you're just walking, that T-Rex, it may run out of stam as well, but it is faster than you. at walking speed. Good luck. Have fun down there. It didn't help that it was sunset when this happened, too, so it was already getting dark. Why am I ranting about this? You're telling me you get to play as a freaking dinosaur in this game? That's epic. You've never heard of this game? Oh my god, you gotta play this game. As long as you have a computer that can actually run this game. I know that my friend HGame6 actually, we played this game once together. I actually bought the game for him, and eventually his computer overheated and crashed. And I had to ask the server mods to, like, do something with him because he was still, because he was practically kicked out of the game by his computer crashing, he wasn't able to save his character. So what happens when you exit the game, you have to make sure that you safe log out of this game in order to keep, like, your, like, you can't just quick log out of here, for I guess they made it that way due to combat reasons. You don't want to just Minecraft it, so, like, what happens in Minecraft when you're like, when you're dueling someone, maybe you're fighting each other, you're realizing that you're on, getting to low hearts, and you can quick log out of that fight just to save your items, to not die. You can't do that in this game. You have to safe log. You have to, like, stay idle on the escape screen. And then you can safe log within 30 seconds. Yeah. So, yep, I guess it's only fair in a simulator game like this. Okay, well, I'm done ranting about all that. Yes, you can play as a dinosaur in this game. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna go on a friendly server this time around. I'm gonna go into a survival server, if I can type survival right. Boop! Alright, let that load real quick. It takes a few seconds. Okay, the most... Okay, do I want a very busy server? I think I've been on this server before. Do I still have a dinosaur on here? This might have been the server I was last on during the scenario that I told you about, the T-Rex. The T-Rex group. The pack. That's what I'm looking for. Alright. I love how it always jumps from 11% to 100%. Oh, and I do not have a dinosaur ready. I would not be surprised if I died last time and I just quit the game. Let's just go with a Ceratosaurus again, because it's one of my default go-tos. If this game had Cryolophosaurus, I would have that one be my default go-to. But since it's not in the game, my second choice would be, you know, Ceratosaurus. If this Ceratosaurus dies, I'm going to Carnotaurus. Okay. Confirm that shit. Go. What's the most overpowered dinosaur in this game? I would say definitely the big predators like T-Rex or Giga would probably be the upper ones. I'm kind of thinking Giga. Giga is bigger than T-Rex. And if I remember right, in this game, Giga, I think, has more bleed damage on its prey, if I'm right. If I'm not getting the species mixed up from my past playthroughs, Giga can definitely make you bleed. Or at least that was what I was told. Why am I shaking? Okay. I need water. I have water down on the floor. Down on the floor. Water on the floor. Water on the floor for today. Cone in the pool for today. Ceratosaurus. Near the beachfront for today. I know where I'm headed. I'm afraid that if I do head this way... Yeah, I think a lot of people do flock off that way toward North Twins and South Twins. So I think I'm actually going to head toward the swamp, which is off to our east. This is east. I wonder if I'm going to run into the death pit while I'm on my way there. Because I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in between the beachfront and the swamp. I ran into it once. No, I did not go into the death pit. I just sort of arrived at it one time. I found it, and I think what I did was I found it and I looked at the map, because there is a map that you can find on Google Images of this. We are on... what is the name of this? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember the name of this map. I think it's called the Isle V3. That is the name of the map. Yeah, so I looked at the map and I was like, oh shit, there is like... it's called the Death Pit. I know that there's some things on that map that are probably fan-named, because I did... There was one time I was talking to someone about some of the names on one of the maps in this game. There's the map called Thinyaw. The map Thinyaw. The map that I was looking at had a few things named certain things. They had one of the fields called Party Fields, which is, I guess, an area that could be very common for players to go to for water, to hang out, because it's just a field with an ending of a creek. And if you follow that creek, it heads all the way down to the south part of the map. There's a few landmarks along that creek as well. I know there's a waterfall along that creek. Nearby that waterfall, there is a... there's this sort of den-like area, this natural formation of rocks. I'm pretty sure there was, like, some sort of rock cave-in-ish thing. I don't know. Should probably get out of the open. No one's really here. How many people are on this? There are 27 out of 150. I know one time I actually started playing on one of the servers. I don't remember if this happened during a stream last year or the year before. But I know I was streaming this game. And the server was pretty filled at the time. And later on, I think there weren't that many people, probably because it got later. Or it could have been vice versa. I don't remember which way. I think there might have been less people, and then later on, it was pretty filled, and I was like, oh, that's why I'm seeing a lot of players around here. I eventually saw, I think, 2 Spinosauruses, or at least one. I don't... Oh no, it's starting to rain. Before it rains... I don't know if it's too late, but I'm gonna start sniffing around for a water source. Okay, so I don't see any water sources, but I can tell that the sniff worked because I am seeing the... What do you call these? Cardinal, cardinal directions. Okay. I don't know if you were able to hear that, but there's a Rex off to my north. Let me know if you're able to hear this game at all very well. Okay, sometimes every now and then whenever I hear this thunder, I start to think that it might be a big predator. Luckily it's not. I wonder if anybody's talking in the global chat. Okay, yeah, it's not much. I'm not gonna need any of that. Okay, so how much closer am I to the water? Am I able to smell anything? Anything at all? Give me a lick. If I remember right, there might be a pond somewhere in this direction, too. If I was a bigger Ceratosaurus, I would be able to, like, pretty much bolt it. Oh my god, I thought that was T-Rex steps. I would have cried. That was more thunder. Okay, I might want to start walking just to keep some stam in case anything shows up. Okay, before I go into night vision mode, I just want to see if I can see any highlighted water. No, I cannot. Okay, well, night vision time. It's so eerie and quiet. It's actually kind of calming. It's like taking a stroll in the woods, think of it that way. But also, don't let your guard down, which is why I'm thinking it's eerie and quiet. There we go. This might be the swamp, considering how big it is. I just remembered there's a song where the devil goes down to Georgia and gets his ass kicked in a fiddle contest. Crazy. You just remembered that. Yep. I know of that. I actually live in a family of people who love music. So I know a bit of music lore. A pretty decent amount. In fact, including some lore behind bands during their early days. Okay, I better keep walking.
Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce.
Babast
The
boom
last thing you'd want in your
bubun
Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus.
bum.
But as it turns out, that might be what you get. A 4chaner uploaded a photo anonymously to the site showcasing his feet in a plastic bin of lettuce.
I forgot
With the
4chan is in
statement,
this.
"This is the lettuce you eat at Burger King." Admittedly, he had shoes on.
I forgot 4chan was a part of that story. Okay, we are entering the swamp. I see vines on the trees. Burger bing but bettis, babast bing babunt bin baburger bing burbers, bum buddies but bungus, babad baboom bow, babat baboot babet. I've been editing through my Portal 2 VODs, and I found a moment where I actually tried to recreate that. I wasn't as good back then as I am now at, doing the beginning each word with B. Oh, I am standing in water. Well, I can get a drink now. Okay, well, I just met the swamp. In case anyone else spawns on the beach, which the beach is a very common spawn spot, if any of them decide to come to the swamp, they might find me first if I stay here. So I might want to head to a different part of the swamp. Kind of want to get out of the watery part of the swamp. I am sloshing shit. Well, I heard an AI Ava that I might try to go find. Too bad it's night. It's harder to hunt. It's harder to hunt at night. Okay, it's off this way. I don't know if it's down below. It would be very convenient if it was down below, but if it's up top... I think it's up top. Okay, I want to get some stam. I'm pretty sure it's off that way. Okay. Okay, it's up here. Be very quiet. I'm hunting Ava. I couldn't tell if I heard it run. I might need to turn up my game for myself a little bit. Let me see that volume mixer. Yeah, you're pretty low. It's off this way. I see footsteps. I hear it too. I heard a smaller thing. No, if I'm able to find that Oro, that's even better. They're easier to see. They're sort of easier to see, I thought. No, that is not an Oro, that's a Taco. I forget what they're actually called. That Taco is just their nickname. I think they were nicknamed by the players because they're kind of taco-shaped. Is it becoming day, or is that just... No, that's just clouds. Okay, I'm just gonna sit down now. Seemingly nothing is here, so I think I'm safe. I still got leftover taco with me, so I'm kind of set for a little bit. 74% growth until I can move on to adult. Gotta wait for that Hunna. Oh, no, I just realized. Might want to change that? I'm gonna move the chat over a bit because I'm realizing it's a little behind the border. The border to my VTube model. God, I kind of want it to be day, but at the same time, night is kind of giving me good cover. I'm kind of set for the night. What time in game is it? Okay, so this would be... If I can do math, what is this in army time? Okay. Okay, so we're headed toward 10 p.m. in-game. I had to do the math. Oh, and now it started raining. Now I'm not going to be able to smell anything for a hot minute. Okay, so... That Ava could have been my lunch, but honestly, Ava are harder to hunt when you're a juvenile. So I was like, yeah, as soon as I started hearing small prey, I was like, okay, my beloved, come here. Okay, while we're in the dark, we can actually probably focus more on the beauty of this dinosaur. Look at that silhouette. Kinda wish I was able to see colors right now. Hmm. Okay. I'm vaguely thinking about turning on music for this stream, but I feel like that would take away from the Dino Simulator part of the game. Yeah, I'm not doing that because I need to hear stuff. At least he had shoes on. At least he had shoes. Now I'm starting to remember something. Just... Okay, you know how well, we were talking about, music lore? If I remember right, uh, okay, so my dad is an Ozzy Osbourne fan, and what my dad has told me is that Ozzy Osbourne used to be poor and didn't have shoes. Which I'm not very surprised because, Kiss, the band, used to be poor as well. And from what I've heard, they used to eat a lot of spaghetti because it was cheap. I think I saw that my dino grew a little bit. Every now and then, if you hold very still, you keep your camera still, you might see your dino, like, grow a split second, and your camera will start to pan a little more outward to make sure that it keeps in line with how big your dinosaur is, if that makes sense. So every now and then you may notice that. That means I've gone up a percentage in growth. Where am I now? I am at 78%. A few minutes ago we were at 74%. That's some juicy lore right there. Yeah. I've been looking into My Chemical Romance lore. This is not meant to be a joke at all. This is for real. We would not have My Chemical Romance if 9/11 did not happen. This is not a joke. Gerard Way formed a band the day after 9/11 because it was that striking to him. I know more lore than just My Chemical Romance lore. Like I know some lore about Gerard Way himself. Let me go into a little rant about why Gerard Way is probably one of the most amazing people in my mind. Okay, well, I'm not like idolizing him. I don't really want to idolize anyone, sure but I'm inspired by him because there are some things that he has done positively that I think are very interesting. Okay, so Gerard Way is one of those people that I find very interesting on sort of a Neil Cicerega scale, and I will explain that to you in a second, because... So let me start with Gerard Way lore. There are a few things about him that you may not know he has created. Not only is he the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, which is what he is, I think, to my perception, he is most known for being the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. But did you know that he is the author of the Umbrella Academy book that eventually became the Umbrella Academy Netflix series? That surprised the hell out of me. Did you know that he is one of the co-creators of anime Spider-Girl? Because he used to, or I don't know if he still does, work for Marvel Comics. He's worked with Marvel Comics. He was the co-creator of anime Spider-Girl that eventually showed up in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie. He amazes me. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to mute myself for a second. Okay, back to Gerard Way lore. Okay, what things am I not remembering? I don't want to go into a whole lot about his past. Like, I just want to go into the things he has created that have amazed me. So, yeah, we already got, like, a pretty good range going on. My Chemical... one of the founders of My Chemical Romance. One, there's one. Two, Umbrella Academy author. And three, Anime Spider-Girl co-creator. How much more can I say? So, I will explain to you why I compared his creativity to Neil Cicerega. I'm not saying that their creativity is the same. What I am saying is they are similar in ways of sort of amazing you when you figure out all the things that they have made that you would not expect to be made by the same person. Neil Cicierega is the creator of Harry Potter Puppet Pals, and the creator of Two Trucks, the song. If you don't know what the Two Trucks song is, it is a very memed song about two trucks having sex. Um, so, there's also Neil Cicierega made, well, he is Lemon Demon, if you recognize that alias musician name. I'm pretty sure there was another thing I remember him making. What was it? Oh my god, I remember I recently saw it too. I was reminded of it recently, and I started ranting about him in my, like, free time. Um, uh... I don't remember. I think it was some other song that I realized he had made. And I think it's a song that has been heavily trended, maybe, on TikTok at some point. It's bothering me now because I don't remember. If I remember right, it was footage of him live. It was footage of him live singing, so I may be able to find it through that. Hello, Ambers. I'm currently in the middle of ranting about Neil Cicierega and Gerard Way based on the things that they have created that you would not expect to be created by the same person. Can I tell you guys about the time that I figured out that Germa was the creator of the Rats Were Rat song? So in 2021, when I had fully discovered Germa 985, I had heard his name throughout the years on and off, never fully knew who he was until 2021 of March, or at least February of 2021. But I know in March of 2021 was when I started to become more hyper-fixated on Germa 985, not himself, but his content. But in turn, yes, I'm kind of, in a sense, sort of, my brain perks up whenever I see Germa. I gotta say he is a source of dopamine that my brain just sort of gravitates toward. And that has led to, oh my god, I've killed some rats in the RE4 remake. How fucking dare you? Hold on, I need to fix something here. There we go. I wanted to make sure that your text was able to fit in that black box. Top of that, I also need to make sure that this goes over here. It was for gyms. Oh, okay. Wait, there are gyms in the game? Interesting. Okay, how far am I now? I am thirsty. 84% on juvenile growth. Oh no. I realize my prey has despawned. What is my hunger at? 65. No, my food is still here. Get up, eat. Get up, eat. Get up, eat. Get up, eat. Eat, 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 eat. Aim your head right. Thank you. Okay, so for me, who is no stranger to the things that Germa has created, it does not surprise me anymore, the things that he does create, because they're not being created in a time span where I'm not a part of the German 985 community or a German 985 viewer. But considering that I was not very knowledgeable of Neil Cicierega or Gerard Way, the things that they've created over the years, and then I discovered it as of the past few years, or the past year, that's where it amazes me. But considering I have been a Germa viewer for the past 2 years, I think I'm pretty caught up on Germa lore. So, if I were outside of the German 985 viewer base, I think I would have been very surprised that he is the creator of the German 985 Dollhouse, Germa Baseball, and the We're the Rat song. That little skit thing or whatever. Come from the Rats movie. Dear Lord. Didn't go feral tonight. Still somewhat sick. Did anyone use your emote? The emote that I made for you. I'm sure you already knew, but yeah. So if anybody who's viewing right now, Amber Myers in the chat is my best friend, and I am also a creator of a lot of her emotes. I don't remember if you have any emotes made by other people. So I want to make sure I'm not taking credit for all of the emotes. Okay, I gotta start heading this way or something. That is a rock. I kind of want to get away from the water reflections because I'm afraid that if someone does sniff, they're gonna see the water reflections and possibly my silhouette. From a distance, they could see my silhouette because I'm seeing tree silhouettes. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop right here. Kinda waiting for morning. What time it is? 4:33 a.m. in-game. Others are made by, others are made by me, you're good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do I have anything else more to rant about for Gerard Way? Well, maybe not Gerard Way specifically, but, My Chemical Romance lore. There is an album made by My Chemical Romance. They worked on a song or the whole album. They, I believe it was the Welcome to the, yeah, it was the Welcome to the, okay, so, The Black Parade is the name of the album, but the song that album title is based on is the song Welcome to the Black Parade, which is a very well-known My Chemical Romance song, quite arguably the most well-known My Chemical Romance song. Because it is highly memed. If you don't know the G-Note meme, if you're not cultured in emo memes, as soon as you hear the G note on the piano, or if you hear someone vocally say G note out loud, you know what that means. You know what that's referencing. So the meme is about like someone could just hit the G note and you're just suddenly thrown into, did you just G note me? It's sort of like being rickrolled in a sense, or being gnomed in a sense, if you want it, like, compared to that. like, in those senses, are the best way possible I can describe it. It's just one of those memes that you're just hit by. So, anyway, so where I was going with this My Chemical Romance lore is that album they wrote while they were spending the nights at a haunted mansion called Paramore Mansion. No, it is not related to the band Paramore. This is spelled differently than the band Paramore. This Paramore Mansion is a haunted mansion where I don't know what happened there, but based on what the band members have talked about or barely talked about, because while watching a video that was covering this. Hello. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Han Raid. Hi, Parsley. I'm not gonna lie, Parsley, when I saw you in Han's chat earlier, I so vaguely wanted to say, based on your username, I wanted to nickname you Parsley Snips. uh, I wanted to name you Parsley Snips in very, I'm trying to remember the terminology I want to use. Very lovingly. I wanted to lovingly name you Parsley Snips. Yeah! Raids, let's go. Everyone's gonna call me that now. LMAO, I have 7,000 nicknames. Okay, I need to know what all of your other nicknames are. Also, hello Raiders, you totally missed it. While I'm waiting for daytime to come around, which I think we are nearing it looks like it's becoming dawn. Before you raided, I was actually ranting about Gerard Way, or My Chemical Romance in general, and Neil Cicerega. I was comparing Gerard Way to Neil Cicerega on not to each other as people, but to the things they have created, because they've created things that you would not expect to be created by the same person. Now let me recap for you. I'm sorry for everybody who is already here to hear this rant, but for Raiders, hello, thank you for following Parsley Snips. For all the Raiders who don't know what I was talking about, who just got here, I was ranting about Gerard Way having made... He's the author of... Am I hearing a car? That is in my neighborhood. Okay, I was ranting about Gerard Way, who is the author of the Umbrella Academy book that eventually became the Netflix series, The Umbrella Academy. Gerard Way has also been the co-creator to Anime Spider-Man that eventually... Okay, he was the co-creator of the Anime Spider-Girl, I should say. He was the co-creator of Anime Spider-Girl in the comics because he worked with Marvel Comics. And anime... Oh my god, I'm getting tripped. Anime Spider-Girl eventually showed up in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie. He's also the creator of course, My Chemical Romance. So... There's quite a few things that he's made that you would be surprised by. There was another thing, I swear, I think I might remember. I think I might be getting it mixed up with someone else. Or something else. But I was comparing him to Neil Cicerega because not only Gerard Way has created things that you would not be expected to be made by the same person, but so has Neil Cicerega, who has made Harry Potter Puppet Pals. He goes by the musician name of Lemon Demon. If you don't recognize that, my god. He also has created the song Two Trucks, which has been heavily memed. Multi-talented legend. It's making me insane. I was also sort of comparing them to Germa in a sense, but I'm not very fazed by what Germa has created because I have been a viewer of his fan base for a while. For the past 2 years to have it, so I'm very caught up in Germa lore. But if you want to know things that Germa has created that might boggle your brain for the same person who has created these things, he's created the rat movie that spawned the We're the Rats meme, and if you don't know what that means, if you don't know what that is, it's the we're rats, we're the rats. We pray at night, we stalk at night, we're the rats. I'm the giant rat that makes all of their rules. Yeah, if you don't know what that is, dear God. If you don't know what else Germa has created, he's made the Germa 985 Dollhouse, which actually got an award at the first ever annual Stream Awards last year. This year was the second Stream Awards. Sadly, his baseball stream from last year did not get an award. The stream that got an award during that category was actually chess boxing, which was given to Ludwig? Yeah, that was Ludwig chess boxing. I can honestly see why that won over the German 995 baseball stream, because the chess boxing stream was sort of more interesting. Baseball just sort of has this boring nature, but at the same time, baseball has, I would say, a love for it. I don't know what there is about baseball, but I hardly know anything about baseball. But when it comes to baseball, how many times have I said baseball right now? Baseball count. Um, every time I see baseball, there's this part of my brain that just gets sort of hooked to it. There's something that perks up toward it. A little bit of lore about me back in high school. I think this spawned during my junior year? I was talking to my friends about how I wished I could join the baseball, the boys' baseball team at my high school. But obviously I would not be able to do that because, for anybody who doesn't know why I wouldn't be able to do that, it's very explainable immediately once you know. I'm trans FTM. So, yeah, knowing how Indiana is, I would not get in. I can't force myself to watch baseball. I think I would watch any other sport over baseball. What is that story I remember? I remember, like, this story that I heard ever since, like, middle school. There was this girl that, like, fought her way onto being on the boys' football team. But in my sense, I would be a trans boy going onto a baseball team, and I'm pretty sure they would not take kindly to that. I'm just like, come on. Same, to be honest, I just can't get into it, but all power to you, Ryan. In theory, I could, if possible, find a community baseball team that I could possibly join. Now, I'm not sure how much I would really be into that, because knowing me, getting into things is kind of hard. I'm already struggling as it is trying to learn more about D&D. I am currently in 2 D&D campaigns. I've been in 3 total officially. outside of high school. High school campaigns I would not count because I only showed up to D&D club twice because I couldn't get a fucking ride. And on top of that, I would only have one-shot D&D games with friends, which would be Han, HGame6 in the chat, which is Han, and Lizard. How are you, Napoleon? Hello! Hello. Thank you for complimenting the buttes. Anyway, I should probably start hunting because I am at... Oh. Why am I at 71% hunger? Okay, I thought the last time I checked my hunger, I thought I was at 65? Maybe it was 85 at the time. I don't know. Oh, wait, no. It was 65, and then I ate some of my prey. And then I started heading more into the swamp. Okay. Alright. D&D and baseball are, D&D and baseball are the same if you're brave, cool enough. I have quite a few D&D characters. I've only ever played 3 of my D&D characters. The others, however, I have a list for background characters that are connected to my playable D&D characters. These D&D characters that I am playing are Elliot, who is a half-elf, who is 5'6", Kremati, who is an Aarakocra, which, if you don't know what Aarakocra is, they're bird people. He's based off of a magpie. He has the same coloration as my mascot you are viewing right now on my VTuber. If you don't know what my VTuber is, it is a Cryolophosaurus, my favorite dinosaur. Moving on. Another D&D character I have is Laroshki. He is a water genasi. He is blue-skinned. Blue dabba-dee dabba-die. I just remembered there was this one other one-shot character I've played as that is named Eridonius. He is an air genasi who was based off of a priest. And I had this joke that his great, however many ever greats, his great grandfather was named Judas Priest. Thank you for the joke. I don't know how many people have already done that joke, but I would not be surprised how many other people would have put that in their lore for a character. That was for a Halloween one-shot campaign. I got gifted this emote. Ooh, what is that emote? Oh, that's cute. Pretty awesome, I know. Wait, Subway Man, do you also stream? If so, I will try to check up on that. I like how your Aarakocra has nips. It makes me giggle. Oh, you saw that on my Snapchat story. Yes, he has nips. If you don't know, I recently drew my Aarakocra character, Kremati, shirtless, with, like, no top. He is already shirtless, his character is designed to be shirtless, but he does have some cloth that is forming a sort of lopsided X on his, front side. Sort of loosely hanging a little bit, but covering his, chest or torso well enough. But I did recently draw him with no top, and you can see nips. What he is doing, he is probably outside, it's probably hot outside, and he's training a cat. My character, Kremati's backstory is that he is a sort of businessman. His form of business is training cats. He has a company that trains cats. He is based in the town No Winter. I think it's called No Winter. Neverwinter. Neverwinter is the name. Yeah, I was getting close along those lines. Okay, where do I want to head? I kind of want to head to a sort of well-known location. That is south. So if I continue east, I will eventually end up at the shore, the edge of the map. I gotta swim. If I get silly enough, I'll draw him with my own best bird. I don't know that word. Aurelian? Pronounced Irene. Oh. I ran into a tree. You should eat another player for shits and giggles. I was thinking about that once I'm able to find another player. How many people are online right now? 15. Wish me luck finding anyone. If I am gonna find anyone, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be at a more well-known location, like the port. There's a ship port that I'm headed to. I'm gonna try to find it. Should be an easier find than North Twins or South Twins, because you have to head inward, which is behind a lot of trees. I'm departing to sleep realm now, but it was nice to meet you, Ryan. Thank you for the new nickname. Good night. Awesome. Also, I'm sorry if I missed a message because there's been a lot of messages. I'm not sure if you listed off the other nicknames you've been called before. I don't think I'm seeing anything in the chat about that. Okay, well, you have a good night. Good night, gamer! Okay, well, I am hearing an Ava is what I'm hearing. I don't see it yet. I think I'm facing the wrong way. Listen very closely. It's off this way. My lip muscles are slightly twitching. Wait, what? Huh? We didn't 'cause they get bad? Oh no. A lot of them center around Piss. Pissly. Okay. It's because of her name. I think I heard it a little off this way. Okay, it's a little off this way. I hear it. It's right there. Got it. Got it. AI. Down. Okay, well, I'm doing pretty good. I remember when I first got this game, I was so confused because I was like, dude, how do you play this fucking game? I was starting to rant about it too because I was like, this game is too hard to play. Like, I was sitting there like, high AI settings for the server, my ass, because I could hardly find any AI. I was so mad about it. So I would continually starve and luckily find food sometimes or just die of starvation. But now I no longer have a skill issue with the game, so I am good to go. Get born again, AI. Okay, well, I'm wondering if I should continue traveling. I think I'm gonna continue traveling. I'm gonna challenge myself. I filled up, and now I think I'm just gonna continue on east. Whichever way east is, because that little hunt court sort of got me off course. So it's off this way. I love that questioning raised eyebrow emote. Sometimes I question what things my mic is picking up. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, ooh. I'm sorry. I was making stimming noises because I was in the middle of popping my toes by pushing them against the floor. I'm quirky like that. Me when when I pick up. When you pick up? I see a clearing. I think I know what this is headed to. This is headed to a pond that might... Well, there's usually not people at this pond. It's not really traveled too much. But I would not be surprised if someone made it their possible base. I'm gonna judge the environment. Judgingly. I see... No, never mind. I thought I saw the pathway that leads from the port all the way to the pond. If I'm able to find... No, it would be on the other side of the pond. It wouldn't make any sense if the port was off that way. It'd be east of the pond. This is not the pond I thought I would be finding. Where am I? This is a river. Wait, no? No, I recognize this. Am I really headed east? If I'm right, this pond heads toward a stream? It's off that way. I see the waterfall. I'm headed toward the waterfall. Okay, we're not headed to the port. We are now following the stream. Alright, so... just gonna dinosaur it out just by walking there, not wasting my stam in case I do need it. What was that? I think I just heard my left headphone just squeaked in my ear. That bothered me. I almost thought that was audio, but I was like, either that is a glitching headphone, or that is a squeaky headphone, and I'm pretty sure that was just a very odd squeak. Okay, well, I'm gonna run through the trees. Okay. There's that waterfall we saw. I'll be right back. I need hamburger. You go get hamburger. Oh, crap. There's actually 2 streams. Oh, if only I had the goddamn map. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hide in the trees real quick to make sure that no one follows the stream and finds me. Just gonna be a little ways away from the stream. This might be safe enough. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go Google an image of this map so that I can bring it up on stream to show you guys where I am. Hello, my vibration on my phone is on. Okay, turned it off. There we go. Okay, so the Isle V3 map. Oh, oops. I don't want to go to Google Maps. That's not even a thing on there. It would be very funny if Google Maps had a thing for game maps. Oh, that would be hilarious if Google Maps had implemented game maps into their system as well. Okay, so if I save this image, I'm gonna show y'all in a second. Oh no, I accidentally switched over to my other VTuber. How did that happen? I think I accidentally pressed one of my keybinds. Alright, well don't do that. And if that keeps on happening, I might have to delete it out of the program like I had to do for my Pony Sona. My joke Pony Sona. Okay, so what I gotta do is map V3. Okay. So map V3 looks like this. So where are we right now? Do I think... I know we entered... I think we entered the West Swamp, and I believe we're at Center Lake. Which means... we're on... I gotta sniff the air real quick to see... which, oh god. Okay, so... I gotta check real quick what side of the lake we're on. We're at Center Lake. Okay, so if west is this way, east is that way, that means we... I wish I could draw for you guys, but we are, if you see Center Lake in the center of the screen, we are on the east side of that lake. We're by that base of that stream that is starting to branch off. So I'm gonna say we're gonna start heading toward the east swamp. So I might cut through the forest just to get to the east swamp. So I'm gonna head directly east. Okay. So let me see where directly east is. Actually, I might not be able to do that. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Because I know some part of this map, there's a gorge where it's, well, would you call it a gorge or a ravine? You would call it a ravine. The swamp actually goes through a ravine. Hamburger retrieved. Awesome. I have decided that we are starting to head down the stream. And we are headed toward the east swamp. We came from the west swamp. And we arrived at Center Lake, which is where you left me to go get your burger. To Shrek we go. Okay, do you think Shrek would be on the west side or east side swamp? I would find it so funny. If I could mod this game to have Shrek, that would be hilarious. I don't know what mods in this game are even allowed. I don't know what mods there are for this game at all. There is one mod that I know of. Recently I was on one of my common go-to friendly servers. And they had a mod on that made not Velociraptor, sorry. The model of the Utah Raptor in this game is based off of the Jurassic Park Velociraptor. And if you don't know, Velociraptors from Jurassic Park are not accurate at all. They're not supposed to be 6 foot. They're supposed to be 3 foot. And they're supposed to have feathers. In fact, the size that they made their Velociraptor in Jurassic Park is more the size of a Deinonychus or a Utah Raptor. I'm starting to wonder when the understanding of raptors having feathers came to be. Because I know that sometime in the 2000s, one of my favorite game series called Fossil Fighters, in the first game, yes, they included Velociraptor, but they also included Velociraptor with feathers. Velociraptor in that game is an air type, which is besides the point. And, so the Velociraptor in that game is colored blue skin with white feathers. It's not supposed to be a visually accurate game. It's very much a game that is sort of a lot like Pokemon, but you revive dinosaurs and battle. And these revived dinosaurs are called Vivosaurs. Okay, so we are headed toward the East Swamp, which I think is what we're seeing right there. I think I almost walked off this thing. Am I supposed to still be seeing them? Oh no! I'm so sorry! I forgot to take the fucking map off. I've been ranting this whole time about another video game that you did not know that you weren't supposed to be seeing the map. You were not supposed to be seeing the map. I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, we are headed toward the East Swamp. Had no clue. Glad I mentioned it. I have gotta stop doing that. I even did that back when I would play Minecraft on stream. If you remember what I would do on one of my streams, what I would do is I had a challenge sheet up, a challenge image that listed off a bunch of Minecraft challenges that you could do. And I accidentally left that challenge thing up. And eventually someone in the chat, I think it might have been you, that was like, hey, I'm still seeing, like, can't see the game. And I'm like, oh god. It was either you or Amber. I also oddly realize that this is the first stream in a long time that I have just not shown my face at all. I think the last time I ever did not show my face during a stream was during my early days streaming in 2021, which was April and May of 2021. Since then, I've shown my face on camera at least once during streams. Now I have not. And honestly, I feel like I am putting... Kill. I honestly feel like... I feel like, I should continue walking. Yes, I feel like that. But I feel like I'm definitely wasting my ponytail powers. Also, today was the first day my niece ever got to see me wearing a ponytail. It was actually the first time my nephew has ever seen me wearing a ponytail. My niece is more of the type of kid to question things like that. She's always looking at, like, hair and stuff, and she's being like... She very much has this gendered outlook on lengths of hair. And let me tell you, she's young enough that she has been told by my nephew, her brother, that I was not always a boy. And she was very confused about that. I have not explained to her what transgenderism is. But to her understanding, I am a boy. But she's been very questioning about it, where there was this, like, section of time where every time she would see me in 2021 at a family gathering, 2021, 2022, she would always ask, "Are you a girl?" And I would have to look at her and be like, no. No. Put a ponytail on the VTube mod. I honestly think I could do that. I think, well, would the ponytail... Would the ponytail on the VTube model... okay, well, I was gonna joke around saying, with the VTube... oh my god, I don't know how to speak. Would the crest on the VTube model be replaced by a feather ponytail? I don't think I would do it that way because I would want to keep the signature crest. I'm so afraid I'm headed the wrong way. Let me view the map one more time. I'm not gonna keep it on stream for long. I'm pretty sure I'm headed the right way. I would be... Yeah, I'm headed the right way, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so today she saw my ponytail, acknowledged it, and she was like, you have a ponytail? And I'm like, yeah, I have a ponytail. And then she, like, gestures. Oh my god, I don't know how to explain this without doing it with webcam. But let me explain it with webcam. What she did... So what she did... I'm gonna, like, sit off to the side. Gonna sit my dinosaur off to the side real quick. Please give me my OBS screen. So what my niece did today while I saw her for the first time with a ponytail, first time she ever saw me with a ponytail, so what she did was, you have a ponytail, and I'm like, yeah, I have a ponytail. I bet she's never seen a man with a ponytail before. There are cis men who do it too. She then goes, like, what is this? Like, she... Okay, let me back up a little bit. She goes, what is this? And I'm like, what do you mean by that? And she's like, this. And I'm like, yeah, that's a beard. Sometime a few months ago, she looked at me and was like, so, if you were once... Like, I'm gonna quote, like, put this in quotations myself, because I was never truly a girl. But, back when I was perceived to be a girl, her wording of this was, if you used to be a girl, how do you have this? She said this to me months ago, and I was like, well, it happens. It can happen even if you're not on testosterone. She doesn't know I'm on testosterone. It's like a shitty wig. It's like a shitty wig? What do you mean by that? Is a ponytail lore accurate? Wait, is a ponytail lore accurate, though? What do you mean? Hit the slay button? What do you mean the slay button? Put a ponytail on the VTube model. Is ponytail lore accurate, though? It's just like a shitty wig, LMAO. It happened to me. Got my shitty little neck beard. A shitty wig for the model. Oh, a shitty wig for the model. On the VTube model. Okay. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat for a while. I was looking at my webcam. But, yeah. So, yeah, my niece is very confused as to why, like, because she was too young to remember me being perceived female. And then, like, she started asking about this in August of 2019. The day that, I had these tickets that my aunt was rewarded. So, we had tickets to this, I'm gonna call it a, pool park. We had these tickets to a pool park that is local. And, my aunt gave it to me because she didn't have a purpose for it. So what I did was use these tickets for my niece and nephew. So what we did was go to this pool park, and while we're in the vehicle, that was the moment she sparked the question to me. And since then, every time she's seen me up till last year, she would always ask me something related to my gender. Always. Like, okay, alright. You see, my nephew, her brother, is actually old enough, just old enough. He's, he is 12 now. My nephew is 12 now? Well, almost 12. He's turning 12 in April, so he's technically 11. He's just old enough to remember me being perceived female, so I think he was the one who told her. I remember back in maybe late high school, I told him that the best way I could explain it to him, his little kid mind, was the best way I could explain it to him without, like, sparking any controversy with other adults. I was like, I had to tell him I want to be a boy instead of saying I am a boy. I didn't know how else to say it to him. I honestly should have just said am, but I didn't know any better at the time. Okay, well, we're still headed toward the East Swamp. I've been talking so much that my throat is starting to feel a little bit dry. My throat usually only feels this dry whenever I'm talking a lot at work. Well, I don't talk much at work. I do talk to myself while I'm alone in the aisles at work, while I'm conditioning aisles. Conditioning meaning straightening up aisles. Whenever I'm conditioning aisles alone, I talk to myself, but whenever I'm called up for register, it is just a lot of repeated phrases, so that's what dries out my throat. Now I'm talking a lot on stream, like non-stop. Whereas if I was just cashiering, it would be repeated phrases, but if they have a big order where I have to continually scan, I don't talk much to the customer because my brain cannot focus on cashiering and talking to the customer at the same time. I'm gonna make a mistake if I do that. Dry throat head ass. Shut the fuck up. Don't bully my throat. Bullying me for my throat. Bullying me for my throat. Okay, so recently I've been, you know how I've been on this dinosaur hyperfixation, that's why we're here. You watching me play this dinosaur game. So because of this dinosaur hyperfixation, I've been watching a lot of dinosaur videos on YouTube, which means a lot of dinosaur videos have been popping up on my recommended. And what's come from that? I have been finding out dinosaur facts that I have never known before, and there is every now and then, they are sort of amazing me. I think there was one moment a few nights ago. I was trying to figure out the lore behind Brontosaurus, because if you didn't know, Brontosaurus is not a real dinosaur. Brontosaurus is just the body of an Apatosaurus. So what happened was Brontosaurus was named, they were missing the headpiece. They were missing the skull of the Brontosaurus. So what they did was substitute I heard a velo. What they did was substitute a Camarasaurus head onto the body of this dinosaur. Later on, they discovered the real head shape of this dinosaur and renamed it to Apatosaurus. Now, while I was looking up Camarasaurus out of pure curiosity, I was on the wiki page and found out there are questionably four, more confirmed 3, genesis of Camarasaurus. I wrote this down because it boggled my brain. Sorry, I'm starting to pick at my skin. I should stop. It was starting to boggle my brain because there are 4 different named genesis of Camarasaurus. One of them was originally its own species, but then eventually it got classified into a Camarasaurus genesis because I don't know why. Maybe it didn't have a significant enough difference. But there's different sizes of these. There are Camarasaurus supremus, Camarasaurus lentis, Camarasaurus grandis, and the questionable one is Camarasaurus Louis? Louis? I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't remember. I'd have to look at the spelling of it again and take a educated guess on what it would possibly sound like. That last one has been debated, and there's a group of people out there that is debating whether or not that dinosaur should be its own species because, well, there was a different discoverer of that dinosaur, if I remember right, in the late 80s or late 90s. I don't remember which decade, but it was the 80s or 90s. And they discovered this dinosaur. And it was originally named Cathetosaurus, but they eventually renamed it to the genesis of Camarasaurus Louis. You know, I don't know how to pronounce it. So that was quite interesting, and honestly, if I do go through with my channel, so my main YouTube channel, I have been thinking about eventually making dinosaur-related videos. I do not want to drop any video game videos. I do not want to drop video game videos entirely. I would like to continue making video game videos, but I also want to make dinosaur-related videos because this baffles me. I think the Brontosaurus has more than earned the right to be a real dinosaur. Why? Like, okay, well, the way that I said why sounded very questioning and judging. I am not judging you. That it just came out sounding that way because of how briefly I said why, with a very cut-off tone. I'm sorry about that. I actually want to hear you out. What is it? I mean, Brontosaurus, is considered a species in a sense of it's been a well-known, I guess, household family dinosaur name. A family household dinosaur name. But it's not official. It was never real. I think it's mean that people don't respect him. Like, little Hella just wants to be real. I mean, does that dinosaur really want to be real, though? If that dinosaur was never real, the soul has never existed. Thus, the thing to this day would not have a consciousness to even wish it had been real. That's my logic with it. Then again, we are talking about a prehistoric animal. Yes, animals, you can see with modern animals to this day, can be smart. They can be taught things. Here's the thing, back in prehistoric times, there were no creatures like us that would train animals. But that does not mean animals back then couldn't have been smart. Animals back then could have had their ways. Did I hear something? I'm trying to remember the most... There's an Ava off that way? I'm trying to remember the most interesting smart dinosaur or smart animal in general thing I've ever heard. Okay, it's off this way. I'm looking for it. I'm sorry, I'm looking for an Ava. I'm being very quiet. I want to make sure I see it before it sees me. I think I saw its eye. I saw the reflection of its eye. Footsteps. I was probably not close enough to it. It must be still running this way. I almost lost its tracks. Did it just start heading the other way? No. There are other predator footsteps. Where is it? I'm on the hunt. I can hear bird noises, so that means it's becoming day. Where the fuck is it? Off this way. I'm getting there. It... Did it notice me? Where the fuck is it? I love how I'm hearing this thing, but I've yet to see it. There are more footsteps here than just what I'm looking for. Smaller... Where the fuck is it? Ah, I see it. There's two of them! That's why they were messing with me. There's two of them the whole time. I killed his poor friend. Okay, daylight is here. Now, where am I? Because I went off course from that stream. Okay, well, came from that swamp. I know that I saw other dinosaur footprints while I was hunting, and they looked to be also theropod related. So I might want to watch out around here. Based on their footprint size, I'm guessing that they were also my size? Maybe, if I'm not wrong. I want to start sniffing to see if I can find footsteps. Well, I'm gonna run toward the water. Okay, so let's continue heading east, I think? Where are we headed? We are headed toward port, which means we need to go southeast. Yeah, right. Alright, fine. So I gotta find the... So I know... Continue heading south of the swamp. So southeast would be this way? I'm curious. I'm thinking of a very specific pond that I'm wondering how close we are to it. I am thinking, okay, no. We're gonna end up, I'm gonna show you where we are. So currently we are at the East Swamp. The barracks comes right before the gym basin. The gym basin is a pond that I'm thinking of that's nearby the port. And once you find that pond, there's a path, there's a dirt path that will lead you to the port. I'm gonna run right now because I can actually spare some stam. Those stomps really do be stomping. Okay, we are starting to get to a clearing? We should still be in a swamp. This way. Okay, am I able to at all smell the pond by now? That's the East Swamp. Okay, so I'm headed directly south. I believe... Okay, let me look at this map again. We are... Okay, so if I sniff one more time, don't worry, sniff one more time, and then I'm gonna get back to the map. So which way is the... Okay, the swamp is northwest of us, which means we are southeast from the East Swamp on the map. So we are just slightly off course, but we need to head a little more south. We need to head a little more south. Alright, so let me do that real quick. Okay, so let me smell for which way is south. This way? Okay, I still see vine trees, so I think we're headed generally in the same direction. Yeah, we're starting to head back into a swamp, I think. Yep. Back on course. Cool. Now, continue heading southeast. Sniffing. We are at the barracks. I like how as soon as we got to the barracks, my brain went, "Welcome to the underground." Me referencing that kind of reminded me of something, but before I get to that, I wanted to. My brain was trying to make a parody of Welcome to the Barracks! Or something like Welcome to the Underground! It's sort of a parody of Welcome to the Underground from Undertale. Oh yeah, and once you approach human structures in this game, you start getting this glitch effect on your screen. Welcome to the jungle, we've got fun and games. Hey, Miss Goodleaf. That is another song that you could do. Okay. So anyway, speaking of Undertale, interesting fact I learned today. I found out what my nephew's YouTube channel is. While while I was hanging out with him, he showed me on the TV what his YouTube channel is, and I was like, "Oh." And he has Undertale themed things on his YouTube channel. I'm not going to disclose what his username is on YouTube. So, I'm not gonna say that on, like, Twitch, but, like, I might share that with some friends. Oh, those dino stomps. They're really hitting hard for me right now. I don't know if this is a thing, but in logic, do these dino footsteps become louder and heavier the more you grow as an adult? I don't know if they stay the same audio-wise, or the bigger you get, the slightly different they get. But considering you grow gradually, I don't think you would really know unless you were to compare two clips side by side with each other. From the beginning of switching over to adult to the fully grown adult. I'm so curious. I want to know. Okay, so the barracks was that way. I'd say continue heading east. I should eventually run into a wall. I think that is the pond I'm looking for. How many people are on the server right now? 16. There were more when I started. There were 25 when I started. So, it's very unlikely we will even find a single player during this stream. I realize it is 1:13. It is 1:13 a.m. in real life. I think I'm actually gonna continue stream until maybe 2. in case there are any other people here. I don't want to run up on them and scare them, because I don't know who's around. Because they might scare me more than I scare them. Okay, so I'm looking for that dirt path. If I can find that dirt path. This is it. This will lead me straight to the port. I know this because I remember at some point, I think I was in a Velociraptor pack that was living around here, and our base was in the port. So if I'm not wrong, someone might be here, because it is a well-known structure due to all the human things around here. One thing I am so happy about is that, considering how large this area is, I am so glad that the glitchy effect is not a thing over here. Because if I have to walk through this large area with a glitch effect on my camera, it's gonna be very frustrating. Okay, I want to show you guys something if I can find it. Oh, I think I see it. It's right there. Interesting thing. There's this little structure right here that holds water. This has got to be holding rainwater. It seems to be held in some sort of side building chest. It could have been used for trash at some point. I don't know. It was used for trash. I see trash on the ground right in front of it. I'm drinking out of a trash can. We going late tonight, I see. You are absolutely correct. I just hear something. Okay, well... Okay, well, I heard prey somewhere off this way. It was an Oro sound. It could be on the other side of the wall. I'm not sure if things actually spawn within this area. So I think I'm gonna have to go to the other side of the wall. Oh yeah, there's an invisible... Yeah, it's invisible there. Dang. I want to see if I can get close enough to know where it is. Because I don't want to crouch all the way there, that's going to take too long. Where is it? I see it. Got it. I hear an Ava too, but I don't need it at this point. There's a taco over there waltzing around. I see it. Here, I'm gonna go terrorize it in a second. After I eat completely. Oh, I just finished it off. Well, there's a little bit of gore. Scraps, I should say. Some people call it gore. Han, when I played this game with you, remember when we were on that friendly server? And I asked in the chat, hey, is there gore around here? And you thought it was so funny that, like, I called it gore. Because it's so odd to just be like, yo, is there gore? Instead of saying scraps, which is way more, less, you know, gory of a word. What, did you forget I was here? Who up playing with they gore? That sounds like a very kinky thing. Without going into too much detail, that sounds like one of those, like, gore kinks. Playing with your intestines. God, that sucks. I love him! There's this part of me that wishes you could be friendly with these little guys and they would understand. But by nature, they just run away. I'm trying to see if I can lure anyone here, because I've not seen a single player the entire time I've been playing the game this stream. If I lure something big, I don't think I really care. More content. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't think that way. But I do at least want to see one other player. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the global chat. Hmm. Okay, so I was just asking if anybody was nearby port. Come to Pride Rock. That is all the way across the map. Pride Rock is all the way across the map. You want to know where Pride Rock is? Someone in the chat said, come to Pride Rock. You want to know where Pride Rock is? Okay, we are all the way down at Port. Now, if you go all the way up here, Pride Rock is on this side of the map. You want to know how far away that is? This awkward silence as I am making the map smaller. We are completely across the map from each other. I'm not headed all the way. It took me 2 hours to get to port. No. Okay, so now that my Serato is more well grown, he would be able to travel faster across the map because he has more stam now. And he also has wider, like, footsteps. It would not take as long to get to Pride Rock as it would have as a juvie. So I don't want to travel all that way. Just upturn your whole damn life. Pride Rock, love wins. Well, we're at dock now. Are you juvie? Okay. Yeah, I'm just making sure that, like, I understand that they don't want to trust me in the chat because I am an adult Serato predator that can possibly kill their dino that they've built up for hours trying to grow. So they were probably like, never mind, you're not a juvie. Okay, well, I don't think anyone will be showing up at any time, so while we wait to see if anyone will show up, I'm gonna show you guys around. I remember one time I was playing as a T-Rex who, I believe what I remember... Map, fucking map is on the goddamn screen again. Anyway, I remember one time while I was playing on this map, maybe 2-3 years ago, I was playing as a T-Rex, being just spawned out of an egg around port. So us as a Rex group were growing up around here, And I remember what I would do in this area was, as a growing Rex, every so often, I would come over here. As a juvie, I would come over here and get in this tube just to see how big I was compared to the tube. And the more I grew over time, I would come back again. Eventually, I was like a sub-adult, and I tried again, and I think I was eventually an adult, an early adult that was able to still fit in there. I don't know if a fully grown T-Rex can fit in there, though. That would be an interesting thing to try out. But that's a game theory. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. As a Rex, I would also climb into this tub. Well, we would call it a tub, or I would look at it like it was a tub. This looks like you would wash your dinosaur in it. It honestly does. It does. Okay, well, it's getting dark, so, okay, what else is there to explore around here? There's also... Did anyone say anything else in the chat? No. Okay, I was checking my hunger and my growth. Okay, well, I'm unable to jump. Ooh, no, I'm unable to jump. I would not be able to make that. Okay, so as a raptor, if you were a raptor playing around port, you would be able to come over here and jump onto this. You would be able to jump onto this and onto that boat. As a bigger dino, you cannot do that. Also, as a raptor, you kind of gotta be careful, because if you miss that board, you're gonna fall into the water, and you gotta swim all the way to the shore again. But the shore is not here. There is a wall blocking off here. You would have to swim all the way to shore over there. So you might be running off. Shit. I glitched off the thing. You would have to... Oh no. You would have to swim all the way to a shore. I don't know if that's closer. I gotta pick and choose a way. I gotta pick and choose a way. I'll make it, don't worry about it. I glitched off the goddamn bridge. I don't think there was a way up over there. Oh no. I might actually drown. I might actually... If I drown, this might actually be the way I end stream. No. Crap. I'm not gonna make it. Maybe there was a way up off that way, and I just don't remember it. But I could have swore I remembered something. That is yet another wall. I swear, I thought I remembered one of these walls being open. Well... My poor Serato. My poor Serato is gonna go like this. Oh... There's the death noises, hurt noises. One last roar, for good measure. Goodbye. Goodbye, my good sir. We loved you. There was nothing I could do about that. Goodbye. Salute. Well, I guess I'm going Irby now. I know I said I would probably go Carnotaurs if I died as a Ceratosaur. I mean, it's easier to travel as a carnivore. Okay, yeah, Carnotaurus, they're fast runners, let's go. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Damn bitches. If you didn't notice what just happened, I just accidentally... I typoed, and I don't know what happened in my brain, but I accidentally spelled bitch instead of bridge. My Serato drowned because I glitched off a bitch. Bridge. Oh wait, you can't even see that because my VTube model is in the way. Okay, let me move my VTube model. I gotcha. I'm moving my VTube model. Damn. Damn bridge. Okay, wow. Okay, I'm also moving my chat over as well. Good one, thanks for the laugh. My brain said, yeah, correct that before I get banned. Okay, well, I'm now on the opposite side and I'm not traveling all the way that way, so I think I'm going to be traveling... I'm gonna travel this way. So where we are right now, I'll show you where we are. Based on the map, we are south of the Gulf. We're south of the Gulf, and I would like to head down south to Gulf Pond. That may be a hot minute before we find that. So we're gonna go on a little trip. Let me sniff the air real quick, too. Okay, well, night vision. Gotta remember night vision is a thing. Okay, we're headed south. Pretty sure it's over this giant mountain of a hill. God, I love how much stam Carnotaurus has. It's so good. He's so aerodynamic. He has the legs perfect for it. You should say the adult version of a Carnotaurus in this game, their thighs are thick. I want to check if anyone... Okay. Well, I'm not gonna group with anyone right now because stream's less than 20 minutes away from ending. Gonna start heading up this mountain before it gets too steep. Can I see any water that is glowing that I can drink? No. Okay. Continue heading south. I will... If I totally miss the pond, I will definitely run into the stream that is connected to it down further south because it bends. I'm pretty sure I'm near the edge of the goddamn map. So I'm pretty sure I'm too far off east. Sorry, too far off west. West. Gonna start heading east a bit. Oh, I see the stream now. Okay, cool. It's starting to get a little steep here. How much further away is the stream? Okay, making sure that I wasn't gonna fall to my death. I broke my leg. His leg is broketed. Well, I can't run with a broken leg. I gotta lie down. Okay. Slowly but surely gonna get to that water, and I want to give him a big swig before I have him lie down. And lying down in the game is what helps you heal, by the way. I like how his mouth isn't even reaching the water, but he's still drinking. According to the game boxes, he's drinking. And dinosauring, which is probably illegal back then. You gotta remember, I just remembered, the Isle actually does not take place in prehistoric times. It takes place during the modern world. This game is very obviously, ridiculously obviously, and unsecretively inspired by Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. Considering their Utah Raptor model, it is very much a very mirror sort of image to their Velociraptor from Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs were invented by the CIA to discourage time travel. So you're saying, okay, I love that implies that the CIA invented dinosaurs, like made up dinosaurs, or actually went back in time to implement dinosaurs. They bioengineered these fuckers and then placed them in the past so that years later, thousands of years later, we discover these skeletons and we're like, this is a giant lizard. There's a velo somewhere around here. Is my leg healed? No. Can I see the velo? No. He sounded loud and near and clear. Is it gonna pop up again? I've not heard him once since. Okay, what time in game is it? 1:02 a.m. Okay. Sort of boring here. I'm waiting for that one damage to go away. I'm gonna keep opening it until it goes away. Okay, it's gone. I don't really want to stay on this side of the stream because I heard a velo off that way, and velos like to go after juvies, so I'm headed to the other side. God, I wish the body was a little more submerged for more realistic swimming. Okay, well, I don't know where I am at this point. Okay, so first of all, I gotta look at the map one more time. So where I am is somewhere along that Gulf Stream. Do I want to go to Gulf Pond? Maybe. Okay, well, if I sniff the air, I might be able to find out what part of the stream I'm on. If directly south is that way, I know where we are. Yep, directly south is that way. I know where we are on the stream. I'm gonna follow it until I find a landmark. He's running, running, and running, running, and running, running, and running, running. Wow, I really should have just started as a Carno. I mean, it wasn't that hard as a Juvie Cerato. As a Carno, you have less bite force, I believe. So it might be a little harder to hunt. I could have sworn I put that map away. That is the third goddamn time. Okay, there's an Ava. I'm not big enough to hunt it or fast enough to hunt it yet. I'm pretty small still. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be able to run that fast. How am I already the size of a human? Well, not the size of a human. I'm larger than a human, but as tall as one? Right now. Also, I think I realize now that the map was in the way when I was doing that run-in thing, because as soon as I was done with that, I looked at the chat. Anyway, so running, running, and running, running, and running, running, and running, running. Okay, this is where the stream starts to curve off to the east, which will lead us where again? It leads us to... If you continue following it east, it'll go to the wash. If you continue it south, it'll lead you to Rock Spring. I'm going to the wash. I'm going to the wash. Gonna make it to the wash before I end stream, I think. There's a waterfall here. I hear another Ava. You're too big for me to hunt. Once I find an area, I'm gonna settle with that area and start hunting for any small things I hear. So, what? Anyone want a galley egg? Do y'all want to see a galley egg? Actually, you know what? I'm not going for the galley egg. Cause I'm close to ending stream and I don't want to waste their galley egg on me, who has to go to bed probably soon. I don't know what I saw up there. Bed is good. I go there now. Goose night, good night. Oh, I'm headed toward... Okay, this is where it diverges. If I follow it south up that way, it'll lead me to this Rise Spring, I think it was called. I wanted to go east to the wash. I'm gonna put my Carno Taurus in the wash. Poor guy. Gonna ring him out later. Look how beautiful. Ooh, thunder. Scaly. Anyway, I hear a velo. Should I go after it? Or is it gonna try to hunt me? Here's the crappy thing about velos. If they get right behind you, and you can't turn around to bite it, it's gonna keep chasing you and biting you until you die. So you don't really want to get caught by that while you're a juvie. They don't follow subadults or adults around. They will definitely come after a juvie, though. When does the wash start? I believe it was more of a pond-like structure? Battery may run out soon. 15%, my phone says. Okay. I think I'm... No, I was about ready to say I thought I was at the wash. Well, where does the wash begin? Where does the wash begin and end? Oh my god, where am I? Where am I? Okay, so I'm along that stream headed toward the wash. I'm west of the wash. I see the formation where it's just a bunch of waterfalls. I have to go past all those waterfalls just to get there. Which is why I've been repeatedly seeing waterfalls. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, it lagged out. I'm getting there. I see it up ahead. Wow, I actually ran out of stam. I ran all this way. From the Gulf Stream all the way to the wash. And it took me that long to lose stam. And it started raining. Perfect timing. I don't think I need... Yep, I do not need night vision anymore. It's becoming daytime. It's gonna become easier to hunt. Okay, there's another velo, but I'm hearing it off to my left. Is it really down here? I thought that was it. Thought I heard it to my left. Do I really want to try Ava? Do I really want to try hunting Ava? It's worth a shot. I don't have much stam right now, and I think I see where it is. I thought I saw it for a second. No, maybe not. Could have been my imagination. Am I gaining any stam just by sitting here? Here, lie down. Okay. Wonder if it's gonna take long to gain back that stam. It's slowly getting there. Okay, I also hear an Oro. If I could spot that Oro, I would go after that. That's a rock in the distance, never mind. Okay, well, it looks like I'm sticking with that Ava. Getting low on hunger. I'm gonna go ahead and drop command since we'll be ending soon, and I got a sleepy guy disease. Okay. Alright, I was planning on ending anyway. So if I... Here, I actually don't want to run after it like that. I want to see if I can find it first. Hunt it down. I should be fast enough to catch up with an Ava. But it's gonna take quite a few bites to take it down. I didn't realize how big it was. Luckily, AI cannot fight back. I better, like, keep up with it, otherwise I can lose it in the woods. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, you can die. Go ahead, take it. There we go. Got it. Alright, and that will be the last kill for tonight. Get his ass. Well, I got his ass. taking a hot second to fill up that. Oh wait, and Ava does have horns. Did I say something wrong earlier? No, I said something wrong earlier. Okay, I remember earlier in the stream I was explaining what an Ava AI in this game looks like. I said that it had no horns. I didn't remember that an Ava in this game has horns. Oh my god, I just spread misinformation about an AI Ava. Anyway. So, I'm just gonna let my Carnotaurus just lie down here, and I'm gonna safe log out of the game. Alright, so, owie. So I'm gonna check up on how we're doing right now. I think I'm gonna raid someone, so let me get ready for that as well. We are ending stream. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Han, for putting those commands in the chat. And I'm gonna currently look for someone for us to raid. I'm sure we won't really have that many people left to raid, but whoever is able to go can go. Or you can, like, maybe sleepwatch. I mean, what I mean by that is, sleep to someone else's stream. So what do we got going on here? We got Deaf Girl Gaming is live. Okay, so we're going with Deaf Girl Gaming. Yeehaw. I'm getting that set up real quick. Also, Han, thank you for earlier with that raid. I'm not sure if I got around to thanking you. Yeah, anyway. Boop. Alright. Okay, we are raiding Deaf Girl Gaming. She is currently playing Dead by Daylight, so if you like horror games, I guess this is not really the game that you would want to really sleep to, but maybe like have it on low or at least muted. Alright. Y'all have a good night.